Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a drugstore slash affordable makeup look. I feel like 95% of the products I'm using are drugstore. I'm pretty sure all of them are, if not affordable, which isn't bad either way. But also the brushes I will be using will also be drugstore, if not affordable, because I did just film my favorite drugstore brushes. I'll link that video down below, and I wanted to kind of demo a majority of those brushes for you guys so you can see them in action. So that's kind of what this tutorial was combined with that. But then I was like, you know what, if we're gonna do drugstore brushes, why don't we do all drugstore products? I just like to mix that in something a little bit more smokier today. I did use the NYX Avant Pop Palette. I definitely want to bring this bad boy out, and I really wanted to use this like a mossy green shade for you guys. I was like, you know what, let's check it out. Let's mix it up a little bit, not totally mossy green, kind of bring in a little bit of shimmer into the inner corner for you guys. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Already added my Essence eyeshadow primer, and I'm blending that out with the Real Techniques beauty sponge. And then I'm going to take the e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush and just use some of my face powder just to kind of set that. And then I'm going to go into the NYX Avant Pop Palette, and I'm going to take this peachy shade with the Sonia Kashuk fluffy brush. And I'm just going to tell you, or show you, the colors, because I was trying to see in the back of the palette if these had names, and it doesn't seem like they have a name, so I'll definitely show you the colors that I'm using. Then I'm actually going to take the Rimmel Scandal Eyes in the shade Brown. If you don't have like a creamy base, definitely use a really creamy eyeliner. And this is just to kind of make sure the pigmentation of the shadow we use on top is going to show up a little bit more. I'm going to take that mossy green shadow, and this is a Sonia Kashuk. This is just an eyeshadow brush, something stiff that's going to help pack on the color. Maybe something synthetic might even work a little bit better, but I think this brush worked out really well, and I just really wanted to play with that mossy green shade. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a Real Techniques. This is actually an eyeshadow brush, but I love that the tips are kind of fluffy, so I kind of take the tip of it and just kind of blend out that lid shade, and just kind of take your time blending. Don't do like, you know, large blending strokes. Then just going on top of that with a little bit more of that peachy shade and that fluffy brush, and just blending it out further just so it's a seamless transition. Then I'm going to go into that dark brown shade, and you can use an eyeshadow shader brush and just kind of use the tip of that, and I'm going to put this directly into my crease. So if you don't have a pencil brush, if you don't have something really precise and sharp, definitely go ahead and try to use the tip of your regular shadow brush. Then going in with, this is a Sonia Kashuk. This is like their little mini crease brush, but I really like this kind of blend out the crease shades even further. It's really precise. Then I'm going to take a mixture of that like peachy glow and then more pinky glow, and I'm just going to turn that brush around that I used the mossy green on. Just on the other side, I'm going to kind of blend this in just to give this a little bit more dimension, so it goes in lighter and kind of blends into that mossy shade we have on the lid. Make sure just kind of pat that on, and then turn that brush around back to the green side, and then blend those two shades together. Then I'm going to go ahead and just take another kind of a fluffy brush, same one you can use. The cleaner the better, the easier it'll be to blend. Then I'm just going to go in with the makeup wipe and clean those edges out. So that's why I kind of like doing eyelids first, doing the eyes first, so that I can just clean up really easily with a makeup wipe. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do my foundation. I didn't show you guys, but here I'm using the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I have a review on this foundation. I'll link that down below. And this is actually a Wet n Wild brush that I'm using, a stippling brush. And I'm just like, whoa, this looks kind of light, but it actually works out in the end because this foundation oxidizes a lot, so it evens out later. So if you're like, what the heck is going on? That's what. I'm taking the NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector. It's a peachy shade, and this is actually a Real Techniques. This is their crease brush, but I really love this for underneath the eyes. And this is just canceling out my dark circles. I actually mentioned this in one of my favorite drugstore brushes, so definitely want to check out multi-purpose. Then I'm going to use the e.l.f. HD Concealer, and I'm going to go in at that underneath my eyes, and I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge and just blend that together. And then I'm going to go one eye at a time so I can really blend the concealer. And then I'm going to go in and take some of the NYX HD finishing powder. I really, as you can see, I fit pan. I love this powder. And I'm going to set that with the Real Techniques setting brush. I love this setting brush so much for underneath the eyes, and I mentioned other multi-purpose ways you can use this brush as well. Then go in the other eye, just so that while you're setting the other eye is not creasing. So just kind of get it all one by one, and you'll have less creasing going on later. Then going in and patting that product in outwards and inwards, and really just trying to set that and just, you know, have minimal creasing all around. Then I'm going to take the Sonia Kashuk. This is their cream bronzer. I love this bronzer, and this is a Real Techniques. This is like their sculpting brush. This is like synthetic, so it's really, really good for creamy products. And just adding that all around the perimeters of my face, just to bronze, give myself a little bit of color, and especially, luckily, like I said, that foundation oxidized later, but in case it was looking a little too light, you can definitely warm it up with your bronzer. Then I'm going to take that Rimmel Scandalized eyeliner again, and now I'm going to place this in my waterline. You can use a black, but I just decided to use the brown, you know, kind of, you know, not trying to add an extra product in there. Then I'm just going to go back in, and I'm taking the brown shade and a little bit of that mossy shade and just placing that underneath my lash line. Then I'm going to take a mixture of that peachy and that pinky highlight, and I'm just going to drag that more into the inner corners of my eyes to really help brighten them up. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my Maybelline Dream Wonder Powder, and with a dual fiber Eco Tools brush, I'm going to set my face all over. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my Catrice Cosmetics. This is my Sun Glow Bronzer. This is a matte bronzer. And I'm just going to use an e.l.f. brush and just kind of put that on around the perimeters of my face just to set that cream bronzer. If you have dry skin, I like going in with cream bronzer first and then setting it with a matte one. Then I'm going to take my Catrice. This is my sculpting powder. So this is more of a cool, this is my contouring powder. It's a little more cool. I'm going to use a Real Techniques contour brush and just put that more into my cheekbones and create a little bit more dimension. You don't have to, but I decided to go ahead and do this. I like to really, really sculpt out my face because I have a very, very round face. Then I'm going to go in with that NYX HD finishing powder and that setting brush, and I'm just going to go underneath my contour, my bronzer, to really, really clean it up and make it more precise. So if you're messy or in a hurry and you want to fix it up, this is a great way. Just pack on that brush and glide. My Wet n Wild brush and Rose Champagne, and I'm going to use a Target Up and Up brush and use that as my blush, keeping it neutral since the eyes have a lot going on, not trying to have a really bright blush. And then going back in with that Eco Tools dual fiber and just blending everything together. My Koko lashes in the Style Queen B and my NYX matte liquid liner for my wing. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my Wet n Wild Fergie Hollywood Boulevard highlight. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush for the tops of my cheekbones and above my brow to highlight my face. And then I'm going to take it and drag it down the bridge of my nose, just wherever you would like to highlight. And this is really, really great for a little bit more precision. Going to go back into my NYX Avant Pop, and I'm going to take that matte creamy color and place that underneath my brow bone to highlight something a little bit more matte since we have shimmer on the eyes. And then just going in with my fluffy brush and just blending that out so we don't have a very, very harsh line underneath there. Take my Rimmel lip liner in the color Epic, and I'm gonna line my lips, and then I'm gonna go ahead and actually color them in just to get a little bit more pigmentation. I just like going over, and this really helps my lipstick overall last. The lipstick I'm using is the Sonia Kashuk lipstick in the color Pink Beige, and this is great especially if you want more of that shine to your lips but you don't want like that glossy feel. I love, love, love these lipsticks so much. They have pigmentation, they're so creamy, they're so comfortable. So that is a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.